mbalimbali duniani. Ina maana gani? Linashangaza jambo hilo. Wale wa Galilaya nasini wa makabila ya kutoka nchi mbalimbali duniani. Ina maana gani? Linashangaza jambo hilo. Siku ile ya Pentekoste ilipofika, mitume nao waamini walikusanyika pamoja katika nyumba walimokuwa wamekaa. Inakuwaje tunasikia maneno wanayosema kwa lugha yetu wenyewe, tunasikia mambo hayo ya Mungu.
Dictating what he wants to be in the letter, inviting missionaries in Uganda, while that man Mafutawa was writing in English. After writing the letter, they read through and the king put the stamp. That letter was taken in England by Leonard de Benefeld and it was published there in a newspaper called the Daily Telegraph of England on the 14th of April 1875. After 2 years, missionaries started coming in Uganda. They were Protestants, Reverend C.T. Wilson, Alexander Mackay, and Shah Godfrey. They arrived on the 30th of June 1877, and they were given a place in Kampala called Natet. Again, after 2 years, the Catholics arrived, the White Fathers, Father Simeon Ludel and Brother Amanis. They arrived on the 17th of February 1879. They also given a place in Kampala called Luvia. So in the palace, two groups were there. The Catholics from France and the Protestants from England competing for the convents. After a short time, the Kabaka died. Mutesa died on 19th of October 1884. When he died, his real son Mwanga succeeded him. Now it was Kabaka Mwanga, King Mwanga, who killed the Uganda Martyrs. Number one, he accused them of being disobedient. Because on Sunday, they were not working, they were going for prayers. The king thought they are becoming disobedient. Disobeying a king who was almost God here was a capital offense. It was enough to make you die. The king was almost God here. He had all the powers, executive, legislative, judicial, even beyond that. So telling the Kabaka, you are not going to work, you are going for prayers. Where are you getting the instructions? It was the Kabaka to give instructions. That was disobedience, which was punishable by death. The way they were praying, ufalume wako uje, ufalume wako ufike. That prayer disturbed the younger king. He thought, which kingdom are these boys asking for? I'm the king here. How can they say their king is in heaven? He regarded them as rebels. Treason was punishable by death. Christianity preached against witchcraft. People stopped going to the witch doctors to get solutions for their problem. The witch doctors lost the market. They also telling the king to kill. Not only that, the king used to go for fishing, hunting. These people were supposed to receive him. Some days he was coming back home when they are not in the palace. They have gone for prayers, catechism, religious instructions. Now the king thought they have shifted their loyalty to their new faith. Yet they were supposed to be loyal to the king all the time. He accused them of being disloyal, which was punishable by death. Not only that, Arabs influenced the king to kill. You know, Arabs were dealing in slave trade. When the missionaries came, they were telling the king slave trade is evil. Slave trade is bad. The business got interrupted. For that matter, Arabs saw Christianity as a threat to their existence. Now they started influencing the younger king to kill Christians. Not only that, the house of the king got burnt. The king had a very big house of grass. It was raining, lightning struck in the air, and the palace got burnt completely. The king became so scared. What's the problem? Why is my palace burnt? He went to consult the diviners, the witch doctors. He had professional witch doctors in his palace. Why is my palace burnt? They told him the problem is with Christians. Christians are no longer worshiping our gods. They are worshiping gods of white men. Our gods are annoyed, that's why they burnt your palace. What you do, kill these people. If you don't kill these Christians, trouble is ahead. You're also going to die. That's the advice the witch doctors gave the king, and he took it seriously. So the king came and consulted his chiefs. What should we do? These boys said their king is in heaven. They call me their brother. My palace is burnt. I've been told they are the trouble causers. They are no longer loyal to me ever since they became Christians, and they are disobedient. What should we do? The chief said, we gave you those boys when they were good. They are being spoiled by the white men. If you want to kill, we shall give you loyal boys. After getting the approval of his chiefs to kill these Christians, the following day, the king went to hunt hippos in Lake Victoria at Munyonyo. He hunted all day, got nothing. Even his gun fell in the lake. He came back in the evening, very annoyed. As he was entering his palace, he found a witch doctor waiting for him to give him meat. He used to give meat to his people. This time the king came back with nothing. He told the witch doctor, I have nothing to give you. I've hunted all day, I've got nothing. Even my gun fell in the lake. The witch doctor said, how? A hollow king like you to hunt the hollow and you get nothing? The Christians are the trouble causers. Now the god of the lake, God Mukasa, is annoyed. He has hidden the hippos under the lake. That's why you have got nothing. Why don't you kill these people? As they are still talking with the witch doctor the way we are talking here, 2 Christians arrived from the church. Dennis Sebugwao and Posiano Ngondwe. No, Dennis Sebugwao and Moafu. So, when the king saw them coming, he was still very annoyed because the witch doctor was told him that you have got nothing because of the Christians. Now, at that material time, 2 Christians arriving. When he saw them, he stopped them. Where are you coming from? From the church. Doing what? We have been attending religious instructions. You are from the white men? Yes. Does Uganda belong to the white men? Uganda is no longer mine. The meat I give is not enough. The snakes you eat from those white men are better than the food I give you. The king became so furious. He just got one of the spears he had and speared Dennis Sabugwao in the ribs. The spear got broken. He gave him to the killers to finish him. Entered into the inner circle of his palace. He slapped those he got on the way. Then he said, all of you come. Christians go over the fence. Those who are not Christians, come near me. Christians came forward, told the king, we are Christians. If you want to kill us, kill us. We are not going to renounce our faith. So there and then, Dennis was already speared. The chief, the killers finished him. Andrew Kagwa, they cut off his hands and scattered the pieces to scare people that if you follow those men, the same fate. Then the rest, the king said, take them to Namugongo and burn them. They were arrested, tied properly. Catholics and Protestants walked in a line like slaves. When they had just walked some few distance, the chief executioner Mukajanga turned and speared Posiano Ngondo in the chest. And even joked that the body is very soft. It is as if the spear is going through butter. That where they killed those 3 people, there is a church. At Munyonyo, there is a church. It's now a basilica. When the Pope came here, he ranked it to the rank of a minor basilica. So, where the basilica is where they killed Andrew Kagwa. Andrew Kagwa is a patron of catechists and the teachers. Then Dennis is a patron of choirs, singers, musicians. And the Posiano Ngondwe, who was speared a few meters away from Munyonyo, is a patron of policemen, soldiers, and militias, because he was an askari in the palace. Now, the rest, they marked them to Namugongo. When they reached at Odi Kampala, at Nachivubo, we know market. Now the market is called the Central Valley Kudembe. They stopped. Mukajanga, the chief executioner, stopped them and asked, who wants to be killed here where we killed Valley Kudembe Joseph? Basil Keta said, here I am. It was as if he was asking, who wants to be killed here? Basil Keta said, here I am. They speared him there. Why was he asking like that? Because it's where they killed the first Catholic martyr, Joseph Mukasabali Kudembe. Joseph Mukasabali Kudembe was the first Catholic to be killed on 15th of November 1885, simply because he went and confronted the king face to face and told him, Your Majesty, You have done wrong to kill Bishop Hannington. Hannington was coming from Kenya in a place called Mumias. Kenya is in this side, the east. Any visitor who came from the east entering this Uganda kingdom was passing through the back door. And the visitors don't pass through the back door, they pass through the main gate. And the wicked doctor told him, somebody will overthrow you, will be a white man. And will come from the east. Unfortunately, a white man, Bishop Hannington, Anglican, came from the east. So the king, out of fear, he sent a delegation to receive him, but with instructions of killing him. Now when they reached there in Bunya, Mayuge district, between Jinja and Uganda, they told the chief, Luba, "We have come to receive the visit of the king." Chief Luba gave them the white man, the bishop. At night they killed him. Now one of these new converts called Joseph Balikudembe, having known the 10 commandments, he went straight, confronted the king, told him, "Your Majesty, you have done wrong. Christianity does not allow us to kill. You would have sent that white man back." The king said, "Are we two kings in this palace? I give orders of killing and you give orders of not killing, also going to be killed." Balikudembe was beheaded in Owino Market and burnt on 15th of November 1885. The first Catholic to be killed. Is a patron of politicians and chiefs. Balikudembe is a nickname. Balikudembe means you are at peace, you are at liberty. You know, Balikudembe was a bodyguard of the king. Now the king was leaning on the shoulders of Balikudembe. A cobra came, a snake, targeting the king, entered the house. Balikudembe thought if he goes out to bring the stick, he will find when the snake has already bitten the king. So he just strangled it and threw it there. The king woke up and asked him, "What's the problem?" He said, "The snake was about to finish you, I've killed it, is there." Then he said, "Oh, you are very useful. You have saved my life and that of my kingdom. Now all those people who have been carrying out their religious activities in hiding, they are at liberty because of you. They can do whatever they want." So they nicknamed him Balikudembe. Balikudembe means you are at peace. So when they reached there after killing the 3 at Munyonyo, who wants to be killed here where we killed Balikudembe? Bazekuketa said, "Here I am," they speared him. Bazekuketa is also a nickname. Bazekuketa went and visited where the sister married. Then the in-laws were saying, "He has come to spy, to go and tell the parents what is happening at the sister's home." They nicknamed him Bazekuketa. He's a patron of treasurers and those who keep public money, because he was in charge of the Kabaka's treasury. When you go there, there is a big market. You will see a big cross of Balikudembe, another big cross of Bazekuketa. There is even a church. Market vendors go for mass every day at 1 o'clock. They proceeded, they reached at Old Kampala. The eldest refused to walk. Mulumba, Martyrs. Martyrs Mulumba said, "I'm not going to Namugongo. Why do you take me all that far? Why? You kill me now. Kill me here. I'm not going anywhere. Kill me here." They thought he was stubborn to refuse to come here. They tortured Martyrs Mulumba brutally. It took him 3 days to die. They first cut off his lips. They cut off his hands. They cut off his legs. They skinned his stomach. Dogs ate him. He was crying, "My God, my God, my God, my God." People were fearing to help. At that time, if you were seen helping a man sentenced to death by the king, also killed. Where they killed Mulumba, there is a church, St. Matia Mulumba. He's a patron of families, married men. You know, Matia Mulumba was also captured from that side of Jinja, in Bunya, Mayuge district. When he came this way, he became very prominent. One of the assistant chief of a county called Singo. Uganda call him the Mukwenda. So when the Muslims came, he became a Muslim. When the Anglicans came, he became an Anglican. When the Catholics came, he became a Catholic. He had 4 wives. He dismissed them. He remained with only one. They went crying, "Shouldn't have been Matia Mulumba to chase us. These Christians don't remember." And he's a patron of married men, because chasing elderly women is not a joking subject. He's the one who knows how he chased them. So Matia Mulumba is a patron of married men and families. He's one of the 2 martyrs who had families. Matia Mulumba had 3 children, 1 boy and 2 girls. But a boy also died when he was only 1 year after the death of Matia Mulumba. The girls went and married in Tanzania. So, Matia Mulumba, where they killed him, there is a church called the Saint Matia Mulumba or the Kampala Church. They continued, they reached here, just near here at Kamulirubao. Gonzaga collapsed. You know, Gonzaga slept in a police cell, but they tied him like the legs were tied like this. And they did not remove the chains as he was coming this way. So as he was moving, the chains were cutting him like this. So he started moving slowly, limping, wasting their time. They just speared him at Kamulirubao. Where they speared him, there is a very big cross in somebody's compound. The church did not manage to get that land. Now the rest reached here. This was a killing site. Namugongo was a killing site. Started in 1760 by a king called Chabamu. They were killing here 3 categories of people. The princes and princesses sentenced death by the king, they were killed in Namugongo. The chiefs sentenced death by the king, they were killed in Namugongo. The commoners like the Uganda Martyrs who committed grave offenses were killed in Namugongo. And when they said that you are going to Namugongo, you know they are going to burn your life. So when they reached here, they were made to collect firewood for themselves. But as they were collecting firewood here, one of the boys was a nephew with the chief executioner. He told him, "You boy, escape. I will hide you. Why do you want to die for nothing? Have you ever seen God? Have you ever seen Jesus? You are going to die for nothing." The boy said, "Leave me alone. I have to die. I'm going in heaven. I will not escape." They took him where the mother was staying, 6 kilometers away from here. The mother cried, putting the bone on her body. "My son, what is wrong? Why do you want to leave me?" All the sisters came and cried before Mbaga, in the 17 years of age. He said, "Mother, leave me alone. I have to die. I'm going in heaven." This is quite strong faith. You can imagine your biological mother crying, putting on her body, all your sisters crying, and you said, "No, I have to die. I'm going in heaven." So his uncle, who was in charge of killing Mukajanga, said, "You bring him." They brought him early in the morning on the 3rd of June. He tried so much to convince him to escape. He said, "Believe me, I have to die. I'm going in heaven." Now Mukajanga got annoyed. He said, "This boy is mad. How can you be told to escape from death and you say you want to die?" Hit him on the head so that they can burn him when he's dead. So Mukajanga made his junior scholars to hit Mbaga to Zinde. Mbaga to Zinde on the head. He died, then they put him on fire with the majority were still alive. But not here at Anglican church. Here they killed only Charles Rwanga. But all Catholic Martyrs are honored. So when they reached here, convinced, the boy was convinced to escape, he refused. Then the assistant chief executioner saw Kalori, Charles Rwanga, and he said, "Oh, this man made me to pay. I have to kill him first. I'm going to kill you myself." So he was got from the group, Charles Rwanga, and he tied on a tree where the altar is at around the midday on the Thursday, 3rd of June, 1886, and burnt from feet to head. He said, you made me to pay." You see, there is a lake in Kampala called Kabaka's Lake. Charles Rwanga was the supervisor of digging that lake. Senkole refused to dig the lake. Senkole said, "Me, I'm a big man. I'm the assistant chief executioner. I'll be the one supervising the digging of the Kabaka's Lake. Now this younger boy, Charles Rwanga, 23 years, how can he supervise me? I'm not going to dig the lake." He refused to dig the lake. When he refused to dig the lake, they find him a goat and 3 calabashes of the local bulu. They gave those people who were digging the lake. They were eating the goat's meat at the same time taking the local bulu. Now, when Charles became a Christian, that man whom they find was still the assistant chief killer, chief executioner. So when they reached here, he saw him and said, you made me to pay. I have to kill you first." Because he thought by the time he goes where they were supposed to be killed, maybe the king would have forgiven him and loses the chance of killing him. Because the king forgave 3 people. He forgave Dennis Kamyuka, he forgave Simon, William, and Sebuta. 3 people were forgiven by the king after reaching at the site of Holocaust. So that man thought this man also might be forgiven. So he just tied him, he got him very fast, tied him on a tree, and burnt him from feet to head. He told him, you are burning me, but it is as if you are pouring water over my body. You have not even tied me properly. Leave me and I tie myself so that you can burn me. God tell the king that he has killed me for nothing. Let him repent. If he does not repent, he will be his accuser before God. So Charles was burnt inside there where the church is. He's a patron of the youth and those and Catholic afflictions. Then the other one, Gonzaga is a patron of prisoners and those who are afflicted. So the rest, 12 Catholics and 13 Protestants, were taken where the Protestants constructed their shrine. But that land was given to a Protestant man. The Kabaka gave it to a Protestant man. The Protestant man called Kisosonkole gave it to the Anglican church because it was Anglican. And even they constructed for them a smaller church where they buried the relics. The Catholic Church had no of constructing there. Father Wolota, Emiru Hill, came and bought here the first 8 acres. And then Cardinal Subuga went on expanding this land. It's about 64 acres. Now, in 1935, the Emiru Hill fathers came and constructed the first church here. In 1967, Cardinal Subuga demolished the smaller church which was there and constructed that church, that basilica. It was started in 1967 and completed in 1975. It is a circular church depicting African traditional huts and the seating capacity is 1,000. We have mass there every day, 4 masses. Every Sunday, 5 masses. The Dome of the Martyrs just down there. That was a swamp. The executioners, after executing people up this way, they were sloping in the swamp to wash, to bathe, to cleanse themselves, to refresh themselves, tell the ghosts we are not responsible for your death. To the Kabaka who told us to kill you, don't haunt us. It's the gods of Uganda you minimize and they call them demons responsible for your death. Now, when they were designing this place, a priest who was in charge, the parish priest in the late 50s, the late Musinya Lawrence Mbwega, decided to dig the lake. That's a smaller lake which was dug basically for mass to be celebrated there whenever there is need for an open air mass, especially on Martyrs Day. Martyrs Day, the bishops and the priests, they go in the basilica. They put on their vestments, they make a procession and go in the middle. In the middle is for bishops. The pavilion behind is for priests. The pavilion on that side is for president and all government officials. The pavilion on this side is for the sisters, brothers and the choir. Then the rest of the pilgrims all over. They put speakers on the trees so that people can hear them wherever they are. People come from Nigeria, Zambia, Malawi, Sudan, DRC, Burundi. People come walking from Machakos, Nairobi, Kisumu, Eldoret, Kakamega, Bungoma, all of those places of Embu, Kitui, Kitale. People come walking. Northern Uganda, Western Uganda, not because they don't have money, but to make a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage is a journey of faith, made by a person of faith, to a place of faith, to strengthen his or her faith. For you are pilgrim. Now, nimeokoka, sitarudi.
Naenda Kanani. Mwambie Farao nimeokoka. Naenda Kanani. Mwambie Farao nimeokoka. Naenda Kanani. Mwambie Farao nimeokoka. Sitarudi tena, mimi naenda Kanani. Mwambie Farao nimeokoka, sitarudi tena, mimi naenda Kanani. Mwambie Farao nimeokoka, sitarudi tena, mimi naenda Kanani. Mwambie Farao nimeokoka, sitarudi tena, mimi naenda Kanani. Mwambie Farao.
So many youth you have lived today. They are doing their own things, but for you have chosen the best. You have come here. You have made a pilgrimage. You are going, as Father was saying, you are going to get indulgences. What is an indulgence? You see, when you are forgiven, those scars which remain, they are removed by what Father was saying, that you are going to get indulgence. The Uganda call it indulgencia. So people come, very many people come walking. They come here with swollen feet. They choose to walk. They say if the Uganda Martyrs were banned, why can't we walk? That's why they walk. And you are part of those millions. Now, when those millions come here, what challenges do we get? Challenge number one, there is no room for expansion. Because you see the place gets full, you may think we're in a small room. Challenge number two, we don't have enough sanitation facilities. We don't have enough accommodation facilities. You cannot house 1 million people. They are here. Another challenge, flowers. All these flowers are spoiled. After the 3rd of June, we plant new flowers. People get stranded. You know, for you are parked here, but they don't allow people to park inside. They forget where they are parked, and the church pays for their transport. Because they are, you see them here crying. They have left you. So the church pays. It's a challenge. And where there are so many people, even thieves do it. Be careful if you want a wedding where there are so many people, a funeral where there are so many people. We must also take that advantage. But we don't have only those challenges, we have also benefits. Benefit number one goes to the government of Uganda. People from Nigeria, Zambia, Malawi, Kenya, Tanzania. I don't know whether Kenya also. Do you need the visas to come here?
No.
Visas? No. But those people from far, they get a visa. That money goes to the government. So the government of Uganda gets money from this place every year. Not only that, the Uganda Martyrs market our country. Some people know Uganda because of the Uganda Martyrs. Not only that, the ladies who sell food here, you see that at the end there, after that bus, they put their village for food. Those ladies get money. People are here eating breakfast, lunch, supper. 1 million people. Those people get money. The transporters who bring the pilgrims here, they get money. Not only that, the residents here, they accommodate pilgrims and they get the money through accommodation. All those are benefits. Not only that, when we are voting the president here, we use these grounds. When we are voting the MPs, we use these grounds. There are people who are employed here. So this is a source of employment. People come here for prayers, for weddings, for baptism. All those are benefits. We have the schools, you see, Namugongo Girls, boarding primary school, Uganda Martyrs, senior secondary school. We have a hospital. They came because of this. The road you have used was tarmacked because of this place. So this place has added the infrastructure in the area. So the place benefits people here politically, socially, and economically. 3 popes have been there. 69, Pope Paul VI came. Was there on 2nd of August 1969. John Paul II came 7th of February 1993. And Pope Francis came here on 28th of November 2015. From Kenya he came here. By the way, the Pope was not coming in Kenya. The Pope was coming here. So he just negotiated and said, okay, let me pass via Kenya. For us, we invited the Pope. We are celebrating 50 years of the canonization. Canonization is a process of proclaiming someone a saint. So the Uganda Martyrs went through 3 stages. They first became servants of God. They became beatified servants of God in 1912 during the reign of Pope Leo. They became beatified on the 6th of June 1920 during the reign of Pope Benedict XV. Then they became saints on 18th of October 1964 during the reign of Pope Paul VI. They performed the miracles. What is a miracle? A miracle is a divine occurrence which you cannot explain using your head or science. If I'm suffering from a disease like a cancer, it is in the last stages. They don't even treat you if cancer is the last stage. They just give you painkillers. They go there, I pray, and the cancer goes. That's a miracle. But there must be empirical evidence. The doctor must prove that I had cancer before the prayer, and the doctor must prove that I don't have cancer after the prayer. So the Uganda Martyrs performed a miracle. They cured people who were going to die of a plague called bubonic plague. It entered the convent of the sisters in Lubaga. One of the sisters died, and the other sisters also got sick. Now those sisters who were sick decided the novena. The novena is a prayer for 90 days with a particular intention. They were praying that Uganda Martyrs, if you are in heaven, save us and cure our sisters. The novena went for only 3 days. The sisters got healed miraculously. That's the miracle the church based on, proclaimed the Uganda Martyrs saints. And baptize your child in the name of the Uganda Martyrs. We are all saints organized worldwide. And the miracles are still happening. Even myself, I got a miracle. I was going to die of a plague of COVID. I was going to die of COVID. I was in intensive care for a full month, but people were praying for me. And all the people I found there died. Another month down there, so 2 months, I came out. So many people died. So miracles are still happening. Even you are going to get miracles. People think miracles are only in the Pentecostals. No, miracles are happening even up to now. So as I conclude, these are the Uganda Martyrs. You see, where you see fire, someone was, if there is fire, that one was cut. I mean, it was burnt. If there is panga, it was cut. There was a spear, it was speared. We have Kaloli Wanga, Matia Mulumba, Joseph Mukasabali Kudembe, Benozi Yosefu Gwao, Posiano Ngondwe, Anderea Kagwa, Nanansi Baze Kuketa, Gonza Gagonza, Noah Mawagali, Lukabana Bachintu, Jacobo Buza Abaliao, Javira, Ambrosio Chibuka, Anatoli Chirigwajo, Akleo Chiwanuka, Chizito, Baga Tuzinde, Mugaga, Mukasa Kiliwawa, Adolf Mukasa Lubigo, Bruno Seru Nkuma, and Yohana Maria Musei. They are all saints. Here we have Daudi Okero and Girido Irwa. Those were kids from northern Uganda in a place called Paimo. They were catechists. They went to do catechetical work, but they were killed there. Now they are beatified. They are not yet saints. So they make a miracle, they proclaim them saints. Now among these people there is no woman. There is only one woman who was killed called Claire Nalumans. Claire Nalumans was here. St. Benedict is also 800 of Kenya or 20,000. So now I've concluded. What is remaining is going around, then we go for mass. So if you want the things, they are here. You see, you just put up your hand and I give you a certificate to show that you visited in Amugongo. And if you have a question, you ask me a question before we go around.
Nitampea currency ya Kenya. Sema ya Kenya anachukua.